Hello everyone. Are you doing studies regularly? Yes, it's good because many times we are not doing something, we lost everything. So it's good to do study regularly. As always, I have a new chapter, new things for you all. And our today's topic is Mystery of a Headless Man. Yes, it's sounding little bit scary, but it's very interesting. So come back to the story, we will start it. Let's start our story. You know, kiddos, in this story, there is one girl, Sonika. She was 10 years old and she lived in a village with her father and mother. One day she visited her uncle Mahesh and her father's brother with her Pratima. Her uncle lived in another village with his wife. In the evening, they got ready to come back home. Her aunt insisted to them to stay here. But Pratima, why don't you spend the night here? It's getting awfully late and it will be dark before we reach home. So please stay here only. But her mother refused the proposal. She wanted to go back home. She secured her shawl around her shoulders and picked up the lantern. Lantern is a small light have you ever seen in the movies or at your home also. Holding Sonika's right hand, the pair proceed on the 3-kilometer trek back home. Heavy rains during the last week had left the road very messy for everyone on foot, because everyone was messy on the road due to the rains. They would return home the way they had come by following the railway track through the village. Because roads are very dirty, so they turned up to the next road, half a kilometer above the road. It wound and wound around the mountains and through the valleys. One of the trek they proceeded in the direction of their own home. Pratima began to tell her child about the distant places that they want to, because they have to just reach the home and they wanted to spend this road. The little girl loved hearing her mother's story of all the big cities far away. The mother is telling the stories about the big cities to the girl. But the road will passing very soonly. The sun was sinking behind the mountains. Shadow rose scarily from the dense woods on both the sides of the trek. Rustling sounds from behind the trees caused Sonika to jump, but her mother's soothing voice calmed her fear because it was a very dark night. All of them were scared. So Sonika is also scared. It's all right, child, just cows and dogs. An owly cry floated out of the darkness, and Sonika tightened her grip on her mother's hand. Finally, it was night, and all that could be seen was the warm glow of lantern and shadow of the figures. It was moonless night, and there was just a faint glow of few stars between the mountains and moving clouds. Sonika was really scared, and daughter was very tired also. Well, rest a while, my child. My guess is that we have less than a kilometer to go, so we can take a little bit rest. Mom, it's so scary in the dark. Will God watch over us and protect us? The Sonika is asking her mother. Yes, Sonika, remember what your father always says. The God laws is always with us, and when you are in need his strength, call out his name. Her mother is giving strength to the daughter. Sonika suddenly heard a sound. The sound came from the direction they had travelled, and the girl is staring into the darkness that someone will look, but no one is there. It was very scary and noise is coming. Mom, do you hear that? No, nothing like this. Cow and dog's voices are coming. Her mother is giving strength to her. Sonika moved closer to her mother and said, it's somebody else coming. Pratima gave her daughter a comforting hug and replied, you are just imagining things. No one is there. We rested enough. Now we should move ahead. Your father will be worried otherwise. So, like this, they are moving ahead after resting. Pratima picked up the lantern and they resumed their journey. After a while, the sound is coming again, and the sound is scaring Sonika a lot. The clear sound of heavy boots, and in the dark, Mom said, it's hear it again. Someone is chasing us. Someone is moving with us. But mother didn't hear, and mother is giving strength to the Sonika. And you know, to comfort her daughter, Pratima swung the lantern around and said, see, no one is behind us. You are just imagining the things. No one is there. So no need to scare. Just walk with me. Sonika held her mother tightly and the owl continued calling in the distance. It looked like the rain may come. But, said Pratima, the wind is getting fast too. We should reach home soon. Pratima swung the lantern around again and said, Child, there is nothing. Okay, let's sing our favorite song. And Pratima and Sonika sang with her mother. And her voice filled with fear because she is too scared. She couldn't understand why her mother could not hear the sound because she can hear the sound very clearly. Pratima singing grew louder and ahead the warm glow of light from their own home shone through the trees. A dog barking in the distance stopped their singing. See, child, we are almost home. Bruno will be running up to meet us. He chased up to meet us. And mountains, lands before he all see safely home. And they both reach home very safely. Let's hurry. Then mom, can't you hear? It's closer and I'm scared. Let's run. Don't be afraid, child. I'm telling you, no one is there. Pratima made another sweep around with the lantern and they proceed. She cried out, Here, Bruno, come on. And they reached home happily. And after happily they reached, the dog raced up and two really banged into him. They stepped out. On the rough from the railway track, they lead to their home. Pratima, is that you? Sonika's heart filled with joy because she heard the father's voice. Her father is also waiting for them. Yes, Ashok, I'm sorry we are so late. I'm afraid and we bit fast for this child. She won out. Ashok picked up his daughter and carried her rest of the way home. Once inside the house, Pratima helped Sonika into her tiny bed. And the comforting sound of parents' voices came from the kitchen and she was very happy because now she was out of the fear because she is her at home. Ashok, I heard the steps. I didn't want to frighten the child. So I just straightened up the Sonika, but I also heard the voices. I saw what was following us. I saw the figure of man, a man without a head. It was so scary, but mother doesn't want to scare the Sonika, so she didn't tell us. She didn't tell her that she is also hearing the voice. So kiddos, I hope you like this story and I will tell you that never give up and never be so scary. So read this chapter again and enjoy the story. Till that time, say bye-bye.